It's Dr. Matt Hubbard again, founder of the Maverick Entrepreneur and owner of 4 successful businesses. It's great to have you join me for the third video in my free workshop, Becoming a Gold Digger for the Maverick Entrepreneurs. In this video, I'm going to outline the exact blueprint you need to become a Maverick Entrepreneur. Why would you want to be a Maverick Entrepreneur? What does that even mean? I'm glad you asked. Maverick Entrepreneurs live their lives with intention. Everything we do in business, relationships, our family, our health, our well-being is done purposefully. Many entrepreneurs live reacting to life, which means they are in a never-ending wheel spin. This keeps them from achieving high levels of success. Or if they achieve levels of success, many other areas of their life go off the rails. Maverick Entrepreneurs, we have a set system, a blueprint, to keep the guardrails in place so we are able to live proactively instead of reactively. This frees us up to reach greater levels of success, enjoy more experiences with our family, and taking care of our spiritual, emotional, and physical health. If you've ever been confused about all the pieces of being a successful entrepreneur and how they fit together, and more importantly, what goes into creating massive success with goal setting being the cornerstone of that success, this video, it's for you. Maybe you're an entrepreneur who's just getting started and aren't sure how to launch successfully, or how to jump to the next level in your business of growth, or you're an advanced entrepreneur who's crushing it, but you aren't experiencing the kind of growth that you've dreamed about and maybe out of balance. You know you need to level up, you're just not sure how. In this video, I'm gonna show how entrepreneurs like you and me can run successful businesses while staying true to your core values, which means you are successful in the areas of your business, your family, your mental and spiritual and physical health. This is the key to being a Maverick Entrepreneur. In video 1, we talked about how now is the right time to get intentional with goal setting so that you can experience greater levels of success. In that, I gave you the formulas of all the categories that were important for you to master what is at stake in planning each category of an entrepreneur that's out in front of you. In video 2, we covered the first steps that you can take to create the disciplines and habits that are reproducible both quarterly and annually so you can accelerate your business in both retention and attraction. So if you haven't seen those videos, go back, watch them now, and then come back to this one. That's the key to be successful moving forward. Today, I'm gonna build on what we've already discussed by giving you the complete blueprint to being a successful entrepreneur. By the end of this video, you'll have so much clarity about what the Maverick Entrepreneur is and how they operate differently in the marketplace. You'll see how everything fits together. I'm also gonna share the 19 laws of goal setting. I've studied this for years, and it's so key because if you can learn these 19 laws of goal setting, you'll never have to worry about missing the mark when it comes to goal setting for your business and your personal life ever again. This will help you break free from the frustration and is the key in helping you take your business to the next level so you can take the first step in becoming a Maverick Entrepreneur. See, an entrepreneur that is successful in all the major areas of life is a Maverick Entrepreneur. It is possible. We've got a lot to cover today, so make sure you got a pen and paper ready so you can take notes and get the stuff that's in here down on paper. Are you ready? Anytime you're trying to grow your business, it can be hard. Because in the beginning, everything's new. Things are like figuring out a system you need to have in place, how to market your business, how to keep your customers engaged, and coming back for more. And you can see that as you grow, you come up against new challenges. Even if you have experience being a successful entrepreneur already, you are always looking for the 80-20. You don't have time to waste, so you want to find the 20% that's going to produce 80% of the results. That's why the Maverick Entrepreneur Blueprint is gonna save you a ton of time. This is the exact blueprint you need to start, grow, and scale your business while ensuring that you are being intentional with your family, your relationships, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. This is key. So go ahead and click the button to download your own copy of the Maverick Entrepreneur Blueprint. With that said, I need to warn you before we get rolling. Once you see the blueprint, you'll be tempted to dive in and start reading. It gives you the complete overview, but I want to make sure things are easy for you by covering the 20% that will be talked about earlier. So although the blueprint gives you the high-level view, stay with me because I'll walk you through the 20% that gives you the 80% of the results. Some of my favorite content that I love sharing comes around the Maverick Entrepreneur Business Blueprint. See, most people get into business, or they dream about a business, or they go to a seminar, get breakthrough, think of an idea, and the reason why the rubber doesn't meet the road is because they don't understand how to put a blueprint. See, every architect that ever decides, hey, I know there's someone out there that has a dream home, they first have to design it. And then when they design it, they give that blueprint of those architectural designs to a construction general foreman. That GC takes it and then builds you your dream house. See, you could have had that thought in your mind, you could have had that house dreamed up, but you might not know how to put the thought, the vision, the dream down on paper. You could articulate it, you could talk about it, but how does this here go down on paper and create a blueprint? Well, that's because you need experts to help you along the way. See, I've learned goal setting is so powerful, but along the way where you misstep and miss those goals, it's because there's areas that you're not sure how to take that vision, that dream, and articulate it pen to paper and build a blueprint or design. I want to give you 4 main things to start thinking about today. As I dive into this, what I do is in my deeper teachings is give you a breakdown and a play-by-play on each one of these 4 pillars. I always say the 4 pillars are what hold up the house, and these 4 pillars are what will hold up your dream and your vision to become a reality. And I think as a Maverick Entrepreneur, the most important thing you can do is understand the structure of this blueprint. As I'm teaching you this, and this is just a beginning teaching on a deep dive where I go in for an entire month on how to use this, process this, and get the best bang for your buck and learn how to slingshot your business to the next level. This part is so key for your success. So listen, take some notes, and then get ready. And each one of these, I'm telling you, I promise, is a week-long teaching. So this is just scratching the surface, just a little teaser. Some of you evaluate, hey, where am I on a scale of 1 to 10? 1, I suck at that, or 10, I'm killing that. I don't really need that information, but I promise you, resonate. If you're not at 8, 9, or 10 on one of these pillars, you need some teaching around it to become more successful. Better results faster is the key to the game. Are you ready? Here we go. So, this is the Maverick Entrepreneur Business Blueprint. In it, there's 4 main things I want you to write down. Number 1, money. Hello, wouldn't that be the key? It's more than just money. Here's some of the key things I want you to think about, and this is what I teach on in every category, a deep dive. 1, do you have a budget? Do you even know how to budget? 2, cash flow. How much money are you gonna need to cash flow this business you have? 3, what are your financial systems in place and who taught you them? How do you know they work? What's your industry standard? Next one, point of sale systems. Do you have one? Do you know the best ones? Have you looked out there to find out whether you have an online business or a brick and mortar business or a Shopify? Whatever you have, understand your point of sale system could be costing you thousands of dollars a year. I reevaluate mine every year. Banking. Do you have a bank you trust, or is it just some big bank and you get no service? There's still a way to bank. I'm gonna teach you how. Taxes. Let me tell you something. This is so key. I remember my first year in business. Next thing you know, the next year I got nailed with a $26,000 tax bill out of nowhere. I went to my accountant and he says, yeah, that's what happens when you start getting successful. So my belief was I'll always be paying a lot in taxes. You know what? Total lie. The next year, one of my mentors said, well, you got to set up some structures in your business and then that should help you. Well, guess what? My accountant and myself and my business mentor weren't on the same page. That matters. My next year, $50,000 tax bill. It wasn't until I fired my accountant, found a real guy that got on the same page with me. Not only did my $26,000 tax bill go away, I got a $12,000 credit. That credit was applied to my $50,000 bill, and let me tell you that bill went away and I had a $1,200 credit. So I went from a negative $76,000 that I owed the IRS in 2006 and 7 to being a plus $1,000, $1,500 at the end of that year. I can tell you who your accountant is, how you do your taxes, how you prepare them, it all matters. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. The next one is bookkeeping, just what to avoid. Do you want to get audited every year? It will happen if you're not smart. You could check one box and get messed up. Your accounting, your bookkeeping, it matters. And the next one, so that's pillar one, is money. There's a lot of things within that one thing that so encompasses how successful you're gonna be and how fast you're gonna get there. The second one, the second pillar is methods. So money's pillar one. Pillar two is methods. So what are your policies for your business? What are your procedures? What are your structures? Those three things are gonna let me know that you have the right or the wrong methods to help you get to your destination. Pillar number three, machines. What do you need? I don't care if it's something from a computer, can it handle where you're gonna take it, all the way to equipment. What property do you need? What about leases? Has anyone told you how to negotiate a lease? I'm gonna teach on that. Insurance, oh my goodness. I had one hard lesson that I had the wrong insurance and I almost paid the price. If I didn't have a good attorney that I paid a lot of money for, that one mistake could have cost me my whole career. But let me tell you something, insurances matter. You need to know the right insurance for the right business. It's so key. Even to the point where it's life insurance, how do you protect your family? How do you know how much you need? There's so many agents out there that just wanna sell you a policy. How do you even know that's the right policy? I'm gonna teach you that. Number three, during that whole machines, is maintenance and capital replacement. Every couple years, you should replace that computer. You know what? Who do you know that has an iPhone 1 anymore? An iPhone 2? I mean, is it a collector's item? But if you don't stay up with the trends, if you don't stay up with the latest apps and technology and databases and point of sale system, you need to budget that in to make sure that you're keeping up. I don't want to go into a business and it looks like it's from the 80s. I don't even want early 2000s. I want something that's cutting edge, that's fresh, real, and powerful now. And you can have that too. I'll teach you how. The fourth pillar, so you can tell I like M's. I'm married to a Michaela. My little daughter's Micah. I have a Maverick. I have a Merrick. I'm Matt. I drive a Maserati. If you don't think I like M's, everything I do is M. So we have money, methods, machines. That fourth pillar, one of the most important pillars, is manpower. Human resources. Who are you gonna put on your team? Human resources is key. Who are you gonna add to your team? It matters. You have a culture, and if you don't, I need to teach you how to build a culture. It matters. How do you trust who you're working with? Are they competent? Will they grow with you? What got you to $1 million? Are they gonna be able to take you to 10 million? You know what? Mentality on who you hire matters. Are they gonna be an employee? Are they gonna be an independent contractor? Where you live, what state you live in, how you operate, whether it's the internet or the state that you live in, this all matters. You need the right coaching for the right environment, for whether you can hire an employee or an independent contractor. I'll teach you how. I've learned a lot. I've had lots of employees over the years. I can tell you, I've had lots of wins and a few losses, but I don't count them as losses. Those were my learning lessons that I'd rather you not walk through. So, the four pillars, you ready? Money, methods, machines, and manpower. 4 M's to help you for your financial business blueprint to get you successful. That is the Maverick Entrepreneur. Now that you've got those wheels turning, I want to hear from you. I know you picked a lot of ideas from this video, and now it's time to get started. So let me know in the comments what your first step will be. And if you found this video helpful, others will too. So give someone else a hand by sharing this video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even sending a link to a friend. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to implement what you learned today easier and faster. If you're an entrepreneur who is just starting out, this lays out the exact plan so you can successfully launch and grow your business. If you're an advanced entrepreneur, you'll build on what you've already created by following specific steps designed to get you past what's holding you back so you can get on track and reach your goals and level up. Speaking of learning on how to become a successful entrepreneur, we've been hearing from a number of people who've had questions about the Maverick Entrepreneur Membership Program, and I'd love to see you in there. In the next video, we'll talk more about the program and how you can join. The way it works is that I open the full class to the general public on a very limited basis. We do this so it runs similar to a college class where we all go through together. So registration opens for a few days, then it closes so I can create space for the new members and deliver the content. So if you're interested in moving forward and want to know how, well, then you'll want to join me in the next video where I lay it all out for you. But for now, I want to leave you with this. For years, I had a mastermind group, and I had some of the top people in my field, and we get together every month. What I loved about it, I was able to see what was working in their business and what wasn't. I was able to give them ideas, share ideas, and implement the things and the strategies that worked in many of these different businesses in my own business. I accelerated and I went 12 years in a row at 30% growth. Think about that, 30% growth for 12 years in a row. You know what it was? I was in the constant improvement of my personal life and my professional life. I've invested over $150,000 just in personal development in my own life, knowing that the fruit would be showing up in my business life. Because how I was poured into, I was able to pour into those people that worked for me. What I loved about that was I was able to leverage this knowledge in a room and accelerate my personal growth. Years later, when I didn't have that mastermind group, I was trying to coach one-on-ones, and I realized that the growth was slower. See, the reason why I wanted to do the Maverick Entrepreneur and build a membership and a fellowship and an accountability group and a mastermind was though I could reach more people and leverage the same amount of knowledge and accelerate not only growth in my own life, but growth in your life. The reason I put this together is because when I had people come to my business, be intentional, pay, stay, and help me help them, I was able to accelerate the growth in their life. But you know what? I couldn't leverage myself. I couldn't duplicate myself. I couldn't figure out how to clone myself. So I realized I was limited by one thing, that was time. I realized with the Maverick Entrepreneur that I could take time off the table. I could make this a family mastermind, that people that thought like me, that had an entrepreneurial spirit, that wanted to change the world, that wanted to inspire others, could come together in one location, learn the same things that I was taught over the last 20 years, and implement in their life and share the success. And when other people see the success, they will build the confidence in themselves, saying, if they can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. The reason why, the why behind this entire project is knowing that if I can get a group of passionate entrepreneurs together, they can get the strategies, the systems, and knowing what's out in front of them as landmines that will slow them down, and they can navigate around them, then we can build a community that can change the world for the better, that will inspire others, and they will get us on the track to success. So by taking part in this workshop, you're already closer to knowing how to take your business to the next level. Think about video 1, where you learn how to set goals and align them with your core values. This training alone has shown you how to have more intention in how you both run your business and your life. And it's amazing how simple it can be once you have all the right steps with the right orders. Then you made in the big strides in video 2, where you saw how to framework on how to be intentional with your daily habits and how this will help you prioritize what's important. That's huge. And knowing this will continue to pay off. And now and into the future. And today you got the complete blueprint so you can really see how to live your life like a maverick entrepreneur. Isn't it easier to understand every step along the way? To make it even better, we've cut to the chase so you know exactly what gives you bigger results faster with less demand on you. In just a few days, you've learned so much about how to have the mindset for success. And in the next video, I'll show you the next step in your journey. I'm so excited about what's in store for you. I'll see you in the next video.